What's approaching the supreme moment, reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead.
What's good? I've got another showcase for you guys. I was on the fence about investing orbs onto this guy for quite a long time, and I don't know, I just went ahead and decided to do so. Did give this guy level 11 for additional tag, level 15 for criticals, just give him kind of a balanced approach between both attributes. Yeah, like I said, I was really on the fence about investing the orbs on this guy to get him to rainbow, but I think the more I've used full power and movie heroes, it just seems like it just makes sense to go ahead and you know, get this guy to 100% potential and see how he is, mainly as a supporting type role, you know what I mean? So we'll go ahead and cover the stats. Again, this is going to be on the movie bosses or full power, basically with the Super Saiyan Broly lead, and then you'll have the movie heroes infusion set up with the Gogeta Blue lead. So the first segment's going to be the Broly lead, and then the second half will be Gogeta Blue as leads. Okay, so for the stats, we're looking at leader skill, agility, and strength type key plus 3 HP attack and defense, increase of 30%. The super attack is going to cause supreme damage and also raises attack for 3 turns. So having level 11 for additional attack, I think it kicks off frequently enough to where you see some of the benefits with that. The passive skills, agility and strength type, key plus 2 attack and defense, increase of 25%. So it is somewhat beneficial to have this unit as a support unit for either, you know, the full power or even movie bosses or movie heroes or fusion. This guy works very well under hybrid Saiyans as well. Even though I didn't include this setup within this video, he does, you know, pretty well with that setup within hybrid Saiyans category. Okay, so the links you're looking at, Golden Warrior is +1 key enemies defense minus 2000, Saiyan Warrior race is 700 increase to attack, Super Saiyan 10% increase to attack, Kamehameha is 2500 when as a launch, prepare for battle, +2 key, and Shattering the Limit is also +2 key. You're looking at HP levels of 13,989 for and then attack is going to be 12,911 and defense is 9,977 for 100% status. So 12 Ki Multiplier is 135%. Again, you're going to see him on the Broly leads in the beginning, which is pretty much the movie bosses and full power, and then the second half will be Gogeta Blue, which is going to be the movie heroes and the fusion setup. So again, this guy falls into both in addition to hybrid Saiyan, so that's definitely something interesting about this unit. Again, I rainbow this guy mainly because of you know, the supporting role that he provides for at least the agility and strength type. You're looking at a key boost of 2 and attack and defense increase of 25%. So I think in terms of team building, you know, both categories or dual category setups run just fine with both leads. I think in terms of the full power and movie boss, it's a little bit easier to kind of run some support units like Turles in the mix. The movie heroes, in my experience, is somewhat lacking support units. And correct me if I'm wrong, but and it could just be my deck too. But you know, it seems like the supporting units within the category or, you know, movie heroes category, just seems like they provide maybe 20% boost. I'm thinking of the intelligence Great Saiyan as for example, but other than that, I mean, there might be one or two here and there, but I think in terms of just pure support, it's definitely a little bit easier to bring in units like that within the movie bosses and full power team. So you'll definitely see a much higher output within this movie boss full power setup because of, honestly, the big attribute to that is Turles, but this Super Vegeta unit also does provide a decent boost. You're looking at 25% as well, so definitely a decent option and pretty good rotation when you have all three of those guys lined up. You know, they're providing support to each other, and you know, Gohan's able to actually put up some pretty decent numbers because of that. But I mean, movie heroes, even though they're lacking, you know, specifically support type units, the units that are included on that category are pretty much, you know, strong as hell, you know what I mean? So they don't really need the support, I guess, at the end of the day. So if we're talking about, you know, some of the lesser units, like for example this one, or even like, you know, the tech Kid Trunks with the sword, you know, units like that fall into movie heroes, they're definitely going to need all the support they can get, and it's a little bit limited in terms of options. However, you know, the OP units on the category, like all the Super Saiyan 3 Gokus and whoever, you know, they don't necessarily need the support, so they're good as is. So I think it's all, I mean, it's really subjective and relative to the unit you have in mind to support, I guess. So at the end of the day, though, you are looking at higher output numbers for Gohan on the Broly lead category versus the Gogeta Blue category. Just keep that in mind, and you'll see the second team build in the later half of the video. But overall, this guy is definitely pretty solid. It's definitely realistic in terms of what I was expecting in terms of attack stats and damage potential. And yeah, we went ahead and switched here, so you'll kind of see the variations in setup. But again, I mean, this guy is definitely decent. I mean, without crits, you're looking at like 300,000. Roughly speaking, and then with the crits, it can range honestly from, you know, anywhere from 500 upwards to 1 million, depending on the rotation. You know, you saw that with the, you know, Turles and Super Vegeta in the same rotation. He was able to put out like 1 million, so it definitely does range. But overall, I mean, he's hitting decent as a support. I mean, really, I mean, classifies this guy as a supporting type unit. You know, it would have been nice if he had some sort of individual attack or any stat boost percentage to himself along with the supporting type, you know, functions. But this is a pretty old unit. It's not that old, but it's old enough. So the other thing worth noting, I guess, with this unit is I don't know what's up with the card art with the TUR unit. The pre-Dokkan version, I think, looks much better, and yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's like I'm not trying to diss them necessarily, but it's almost like it's a little bit half-assed. You know what I mean? Like, they could have definitely done much better with the design for the card art. But again, that's just my personal opinion. Some people may actually love the card art for all that matters. So, you know, it's all subjective, I guess, to each individual. But in my opinion, they definitely could have done a little bit better, I think. So the good thing about this unit is he does provide a decent support to the Strength Gogeta, which recently got an easy A. So you're looking at 25% in addition to Ki boost for attack and defense. So, you know, his output is definitely going to help out Gogeta's, and you know, because Gogeta does depend on how many of the Rainbow Ki he's able to collect. You know, in certain cases where he's not able to, you know, the Gohan unit could certainly provide a little bit of help to offset that miss a little bit. But I mean, overall, this guy's pretty decent. He's not the best. He's mainly a supporting type unit. That's pretty much the main function for this guy. But, you know, depending on the enemy that he's facing, he's able to put out decent enough damage to where it's I don't know if it's necessarily beneficial to get him to Rainbow, but I don't know, maybe like top left and bottom right, at least unlock those if you do plan on using this guy. I can't even talk right now. You know, using this guy as more of a member within, you know, either or categories or team setups. You know, this guy could definitely be a decent option once you get, you know, some of the potential levels in. But without it, because that's one of the reasons why I ended up rainbowing this guy, is without the investment of potential orbs, this guy is very lackluster. I mean, that's a given for any unit really, but this guy definitely takes a lot of damage. He's not even able to put out anywhere close to a decent amount of damage without, you know, getting the potential level tree like mapped out. You know what I mean? So I think that was really the big driver with that. Is I wanted to use him, but he was definitely lackluster a lot. So I ended up going ahead and invest orbs into this guy, and I was also curious what he's like at 100%. So, you know, hopefully for those wondering how this guy was at max status, you know, maybe this will give you some more color as to how this unit is at 100% potential. I don't necessarily regret rainbowing this guy. I mean, I think he serves a decent function or role within certain teams. Again, I was looking for some sort of support unit within the movie heroes and fusion and the movie bosses and full power. So he definitely fits the bill with that. So I don't really have regrets with it. So I think he's a decent enough unit to get to 100%. So again, this is the showcase for the Super Agility Super Saiyan 2 Youth Gohan. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. As always, thanks for watching.